Have you ever changed the time when no matter how hard you tried, you failed, and the time you spent felt wasted? If ever you feel such pangs of regret, to write remember this tale. The story of a young man's quest to save a sweet princess. Super Legend Volume 1, the quest begins. The day dawned like any other, but little did Legend know the letter he was about to receive would forever change his destiny. It don't. Sir Logic danger besets us on all sides. Come, we bid your help. The foul chestnut king has stolen our church, your fair princess. The letter was from Minister Grip of the Waffle Kingdom, a man aware of Ludge's many adventures. He knew only you could save them. Charged with this dire task, Ludge wasted no time curtailing the heroic meal he was making, and he packed for his deadly journey. Know that his older, though less talented, brother was out of no doubt inconsequential, and Ludge took a moment to leave a note. Mix a kilo mango with a peachy peach to whip up a Fred parfait. His cryptic words were all, "Would you rot before leaving?" Upon reaching the Waffle Kingdom, Ludge was greeted by poor misery. An endless flow of tears over the kidnapping of Princess Eclair. Arriving at the castle, Ludge was greeted by Minister Creep, who carefully handed him a compass base with only one intact section. Our led is his second treasure from a marvelous compass. Find its 7 parts, and find it clear. So, it began. To be continued. Super Ludge Volume 2, always an adventure. It's a little wrong. Ludge muttered, the sweet dripping from his brow as he followed the compass up Rumblebum Volcano's side. Must find the secret. Grotto. While Ludge had guts to spare, he didn't need a guard. And he found one employee, a blooper he met in town. Bravely he joined Ludge and instantly proved to be invaluable. With his aid, Ludge bested a savage statue that protected the treasure. That treasure was none other than a piece of the marvelous compass, a piece that pointed west to Plum Valley Village. The second Ludge saw Plum Valley Village, he knew something was amiss. All was one, and Ludge soon learned the reason why from the mayor. The town was at the mercy of a sinister serpent who demanded sacrificial lasses. Burning with indignation, Ludge formed a team of liberators. A fierce ballroom warrior named Jerry joined his crew and chose, not surprisingly, to stick with Ludge for the duration of his quest for Eclair. Fortified by his own, Ludge strode into the lair of the beast, a fall to hit its snake. No time thinking, Ludge sprang forward. One head snapped at his heels, fangs dripping venom, then swallowed up. He tried to swallow Ludge, the other crept ahead. Our hero sensed the treachery and fainted before leaping. The heads collide, and the beast head itself, the prize, had cut off his piece. The villagers begged their servant to stay with them, but the cruel-faced Ludge pressed roughly on. To be continued. Super Ludge Volume 3, the voice of a princess. Dauntless Ludge's next test came in the form of a car race on circuit breaker long. Here, he won both the contest and a compass piece. The race was fraught with danger, but Ludge pressed her adversity to win. Others were by Ludge's revolutionary racing style. The mechanic who bought Ludge's racing machine, a buzzing beetle named Thor, was so stunned by Ludge's race techniques that he joined him. Reinvigorated, Ludge set sail for Jassafras Town. Here he made his stage debut. Hazy, the Daisy producer, gave Ludge a KK role, playing the part of an inspired to pure perfection. Ludge stole the show. Hazy's faith in Ludge's natural acting talents was rewarded. The performance won a prize, which yielded another compass piece. Hazy turned from teacher to pupil, calling Ludge on his quest. It's at this time that Ludge's heart, usually draped in the cool comfort of a hero's resolve, began to warm thoughts of Princess Eclair. This came to be because every time the magic compass pointed to a new place, her gentle words rang in his ears, touching him to his very soul. The voice spoke of eternity, of stars and us in the heavens. It wept for those blind to love. It gave comfort in the face of fear and loneliness. Though he had never seen her, our hero was tormented by visions of this fair-hearted man. All he could was press onward. The compass pointed toward Raptor's ruins. Only 2 parts of the compass awaited, and Eclair had flown. To be continued. Super Ludge Volume for the Shards of Truth. But sore and worried, Ludge finally found the Raptor's ruins beyond Grove Forest. Within that, time and space were lost in nothingness. Within the pale emptiness, Ludge found a young sleeping boy. Our hero called out gently, and the youth woke from his long, full slumber. My name is Crowder, and I've been for you for the last 1,000 years. The boy went on to tell the secret truths of an ancient legend. He said that the marvelous compass had been created by the ancients of people. Used its powers of foretelling to rule. But the Luffin Pie was then cursed by the compass and fell into ruin. The surveyors dismantled the compass and hid its pieces. Crowley, who was the last of the ancient race, his role was to wait until the noble Lord came to take the burden of the future. No, but Legend could have shouldered this weight. The boy gave him the compass piece and said, "Hear the curse, but find your class." Legend accepted the part. The boy's words burned into his brain. History fulfilled. The boy began to fade into the blank of thingness. As he faded from sight, a look of joy at Cranberry's face. As Legend gave the boy, Vandrones vanished, leaving our hero in a dark world. With 6 of the party united, the compass now pointed to the final part, to the Crustons and to Hatsong Tower. And then her voice spoke. Princess Eclair's voice begged for help from the void, pleading for a hero. Hodge's heart burst aflame. To be continued. Super Lodge Volume 5 Journey's End. At long last, Lodge crossed the threshold of Hatsong Tower. Lodge rallied his all. We will defeat the Chestnut King. We must. Friends by his side, Lodge at last faced the fell Chestnut King. But then he heard a voice and spun to see the fair Princess Eclair. She told our hero the painful truth: the evil Chestnut King was actually her true love. Fate monstrous by creeping a bit for the throne. At that moment, the villain is creep up the marvelous compass piece. Ran it over, the law empire were moved. Legend and company were no match with the might of creep, their true woman. But then the compass piece in Eclair's tower shone forth. They start the future sight on logic. No, and creep's every move. He smote the faint with his mallet. And with that, it was all finally over. Legend and his friends parted, leaving the lawful kingdom in peace. But Legend did not gazing farther into the future. He longed to see the wafflers gathering on Princess Eclair's wedding day. He wanted to see her beauty and who stood at her side. But it was not to be. Legend went back to his home alone. It remained exactly as he had left it. Cold comfort for his heavy heart. Taking up a book he had been reading, Legend tried to read. Through this long try had sapped his strength, and he soon fell asleep. Legend dreamed of his friends and his beloved Princess Eclair. And sleeping, he just spoke, "I shall return." The end.
Wow!